My name is Danny Howard, and we're going to talk about Simutrans today. I wanted to show you the differences between the city generation in Pack 128 Britain between Simutrans Standard and Simutrans Extended. What I've got here is a directory called Simutrans in my directory. I've got both versions of Simutrans, regular and unleaded. The regular version I got out of the zip file here, and extended I get out of actually run a script. So we pull it down off the nightly Bridgewater server. We refresh Pack 128 Britain. What's important here is in the config directory, you've got your simuconf.tab, and it's different between standard and extended. So I go and I get my extended version off the nightly. And if I want to switch between the two, I've got to make sure simuconf.tab is pointing to the right version. This here is simuconf.tab, pointing at simuconf.tab standard. Follow me? All right, we're going to run Simutrans. We're going to run full screen. We're going to use Pack 128 Britain. All right. We're going to start a new game, because that's how you generate a map. Use the timeline from year 1930. The size is 256 by 256. Median citizens per city, 1,600. Let's see what we get. And we've got the map here. First off, we asked for cities that are 1,600, right? What do we get? We got cities that are a little bit of... This is weird. I don't understand what the two numbers are. But anyway, we've got cities that are ranging from 25,000 to 93, depending how you count. So I'd say these are more or less 1,600. The other thing is, in standard, when you generate cities, they come out kind of irregularly shaped, which I think is pretty realistic. I like it that way. This looks roughly circular. It's coming out of the center here, right? This guy, he's just developing along the road here. You know, lays, it's a little cluster here. Wigan, he's starting to look a little bit like a square. On the northern edge, he's filling in. The other thing you notice is that the architecture is kind of uniform, but I think that's reasonable. You've got the big gray buildings downtown. You've got all these white row houses out here. What you don't see is you don't see a lot of the little single family homes at the end of town. So we got the cities are about the size that we kind of expected to get. And the cities could have more architectural variety, especially at the lower end. But they are also nicely oddly shaped. That's my takeaway from Simutrans Standard. We're going to compare with Simutrans Extended. So first we want to link in the extended simuconf.tab. There we go. Simuconf.tab is extended. We're going to fire up the extended. Do it full screen. We got to use the Pack 128 Britain extended. We're going to generate the same kind of map. New game. I've been playing around a lot in 1750, but for this purpose, and I like the bigger maps. So 256, 256. This is what we were doing in the other place. 16 cities, median citizens per city 1,600. The default intercity road length is 512. We're gonna say 1930, right? We're gonna start game. Boom. Initializing map, distributing cities. All right, what do we got? What we got is a good 40% of the map is now cities. It's like the total opposite, where it seemed like the cities might have, if anything, been pretty small in standard. Check out the populations here. It looks like it only decided it could fit 9 cities in there, right? And we range from 39,000 citizens to the very smallest is 4,900, 5,000. So we asked for cities that are 1,600 big, and we got 5,000 is the minimum size. that's kind of nuts. The other thing is, look at, they're all super square, right? It's a square. There's a little bit of, interest because you've got the hills that makes it irregular at that border. This is, ooh, it's a perfect square. You get the river makes it a little interesting at the edge. Perfect square. Look, Brenton, wow, perfect square. It's playable, but I miss the organic nature. Contrast though the architectural styles. You got all these industrial buildings, and we're probably overdoing it on these little storage tanks a bit. But what I really like is, you've got the lower density over here. These little townhouses are just so cute. You got better architectural variety, and then you've got the cow fields kind of incorporated into the city. And in some cases, they'll constrain the growth of the city in an interesting way. Anyway, is one better? I mean, they're both interesting. They're both good in their own ways. If you're playing, when I'm playing extended, I have to crank down the city size to get what I want. And I've been trying all kinds of versions. I would like the cities to be a little less square, but I haven't figured out how to do that. So if anybody figures out how to make the cities less square and extended, I'll give you a cookie or I'll buy you a beer, whatever you're into. Thanks.